everyone, in today's video it's going to be a part 3 of making my Iron Man suit. It's done as of now, and so this video is just kind of like a conclusion or like epilogue pretty much, and just shows it all wrapped up, but it still shows how I made it. So when I was making this, where this video kicks off, I was almost done with it, and I was really pushing to have it done within like the next 3 days where I'm at in the video so far. And so I just laid silver paint down and some primer on the fingers. And originally this always gonna be one video. And so if the video seems like it gets off to like a really like crazy fast start, that's just because it was originally supposed to be all one long video, but it was gonna be like an hour and a half long. So I decided to split it up into two like 30-minute long or 45-minute long episodes. And so please keep tuning in, and we're gonna have some more videos out soon now that I'm getting back into YouTube, so please enjoy this video. Okay, here's another little video segment. Here's all the fingers that we have primer on. I just laid down primer on a lot of these, so I can't put silver down tonight, but I have them glued down to popsicle sticks. I might have shown the popsicle sticks in an earlier video, but all 20 fingers right here. Okay, here's what might be the last video before we start putting blue on everything. We have silver on everything right now. Just this Fusion Krylon silver, not the chrome silver. And everything's looking really good. But tonight's Tuesday, so we have literally 2 nights left. 1 night for the blue and 1 night for the chrome. So run it down to the wire. So alright, so another update video. Today we were taping everything off and then doing blue, and then eventually it got to a point where enough of the blue was done that I did some of the silver on the blades and then the silver on these detail pieces, which was looking really good, but then I was spraying the fingers blue. Dang it. So I'll do more chrome on that once this can's done holding up the fingers. So some of these blue pieces turned out pretty dang good, but I mean, they're not perfect by any means, but they're pretty shiny. Like, I don't know. Alright. Finally, the day everyone's been waiting for. End of the video, pretty much. Getting close. I mean, this chrome is looking dang good. The blue, and if you had given me a choice a few years ago, I probably would have picked a different paint. But the chrome is perfect. Because the way this is all going to come together is going to be insane. I still got to glue on all the little details, obviously, but that'll all probably happen a week from today, because tomorrow's my trip, when technically the suit deadline, because I can't work on it anymore after that. And so, well, I can work on it a little bit, just like strapping, and we're going to use this Velcro. So we've got on the neck already, just tested out, and it holds really, really well. It's like industrial grade Velcro. And so, I think I still have one piece to paint. And this piece, I gotta redo some of the stuff because I was in a rush last night and started pretty much going insane and just painting stuff that wasn't supposed to be blue. And so all of this right here is supposed to be silver, as you can see over there. But I did blue last night on accident, so I'm masking off the blue, and then I'm going to shoot silver, let that dry, and then do the chrome. So I am so insanely close to being done with this project. It's freaking me out, because I've never built anything like this. And all the paint, I mean, the silver at least, like, I remember watching a video a few years ago and someone could see the camera's reflection in their video. And I was like, I'm never gonna get to that level of paint. But there's my camera, my phone. So hopefully everything will strap together perfectly next Thursday. And then hopefully I can paint these last few fingers too. I think I'm gonna do another layer of blue. But then this just needs silver and chrome. And then literally, I'm pretty sure the whole suit's done. I still have to print another shoe, technically. So I don't know if that'll print in time for the actual con, or else I'll just be in tennis shoes. But I really hope I can get the other shoe printed, because this is going to make the suit look a lot cooler if I have the Iron Man shoes instead of just tennis shoes. So I think I'm going to really go inside right now and try and get this other shoe printed. But you could probably see, I might have talked about this in another video, but I can cut that out if I need to. But this shoe was too small, and so I took a soldering iron and cut right there and right there. And so, like I just showed you, boom, and then there'll be an elastic band right there. They'll just kind of hold that there, and so it'll all look really good once the whole suit's on. But so, yep, almost done with the video. I started editing together the video too, and it's saying that it's gonna be like 40 minutes long, and I haven't even added any clips from like the con and stuff like I was planning to do. And so if this gets broken up to 2 videos, we might do like a printing and priming video, and then a painting and wearing video. And then it'd be Iron Man Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3, since I already have a Part 1 out. So we will see. If you're watching this and it's already in Part 2 or Part 3 or whatever, then you'll know I did end up splitting it up so that it's not an hour-long YouTube video. This will be the last YouTube segment update video. So Fuzzy Shovel gave me the chest plate, and I rigged up the arc reactor with all the wires put away. We got the helmet, the neck. We got the straps for the thighs. We got elastic and magnets for the hand toppers and knives. We got the abs done better. And I think that's, so I'll go over all this in more detail after the con, but today's the day of the con, and last night we worked from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. and we got the shoulders done. That's on first.
You charged it last night, right?
Yeah, I've charged it 100%.
I'm gonna unplug it and replug it back in.
Okay.
Okay, I think the light came on, so it should be on.
Did you press on?
Press the farthest back.
There we go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice. You want me to
Yeah,
make
I
it
love
change color?
Okay, so I just finished the con. It was awesome and a ton of fun, but I'm gonna rank what pieces did good and what did bad, because like, for example, the chest plate, I'd probably the chest plate and back plate as one, I'd probably give it like a 9 out of 10, because it, like, the buckling to get into it was super easy, but then to get out of it was kind of hard, and it's heavy enough that it kind of like rubbed me like wrong, because it was just too heavy and like ended up hurting my neck. And so I'll give that a 9 out of 10. The LEDs was great. Like the wiring and battery system, it was a little inconvenient for the people that were suiting me up. But other than that, it was fine because like all the options, like turn on power bank and turn off power bank, are over there. And then button controls are over here for color and brightness. And so that was pretty easy. But then the back plate, it's super simple pretty much, besides the buckles. Like, yeah, not much. I didn't even really notice it at all. But then for the abs, it broke. The springs broke at one point. But other than that, it was completely convenient. Like, they were tight enough that they just stayed on by themselves. They didn't need straps or anything. Same with the cod. I rigged up the floating hip pod things last night. I wasn't for sure it was going to work, but it really did. And so I feel like I'd give this a 8 out of 10. Just because it got scratched up so bad is why it's missing those last 2 points, because the abs, they like kind of float free and they just sat on top of my cod the whole con basically and scratched almost all the paint on like a few spots off. But then for the legs, I feel like the shins were perfect. Except for right here, this piece fell off when we put everything in the trash bags at the end to take it back to the hotel. But so the shins, I'd give like a 10 out of 10 because they just sat on my shoes and they were fine and they were like perfectly sized. But the thighs, the way I'd rigged it up with duct tape and straps, it ended up like falling off almost constantly, and it was so annoying. It did not hold at all. But then for the arms, I'd give those like a 10 out of 10 because they were on the whole time, never fell off. And I got the forearm, the shiny one, signed by Frankly Built, and so that was pretty sick. And then the shoulders, I'd say a 10 out of 10 as well. They got a little scratched up, but I don't know, those scratches might have been there before. But the popsicle stick thing that we used, like, it was perfect. Like, coloring them black with Sharpies, and like they're so solid and you can't even see them from like this angle. It just hides in the shadows. So the shoulders, I'd say 10 out of 10. But then the neck was super annoying because it was part of the chest, yet this corner and this corner cut me up so bad and just always poked into my neck. So I'd probably give that a 3 out of 10 because it wasn't flexible at all. It was heavy and like rubbed on my neck wrong. And then the strapping system didn't work very good and it kept falling down. And my helmet, I'll write that next because it's part of the neck, but it did not work good either because this was, first of all, a helmet that I scaled wrong. And so like this faceplate didn't fit right with this helmet. And so on the photos, it looked a little janky, but like the lighting and magnet system worked perfect because I could just have the handler Reese just pull it off whenever I wanted to breathe. But so the faceplate, 10 out of 10. But the actual helmet itself, probably like 0 out of 10 because it literally jumped off my face as we were walking to the con and broke itself back into like a million pieces. And so we had to rig everything back up, all the buckles back together. And it was just a super, super inconvenient. And since it's scaled wrong, it didn't fit the faceplate good. And so I'm definitely remaking this, I think, as soon as I get home because after it dropped, it got even more cracks in it. And yeah, so I'd rate the helmet 0 out of 10, faceplate 10 out of 10, shoulders 10 out of 10, arms 10 out of 10, but the abs were a little inconvenient because they rubbed against the cod, and the cod was a little inconvenient because they got scratched up, and the thighs were a little inconvenient because they kept falling off. But overall, definitely a successful suit up. and those photos are gonna be crazy. Okay, so it's a few days after the con, and I put a story up on my Instagram that said, what questions about the suit do you guys want answered? And a lot of people said that they want to know about the finish or the paint, but I've already covered all that in part 1 and part 2 of this video. And so what I decided I was gonna do is go through the one comment that said, how's all the strapping done? Because I updated you guys a little bit the other day, but I figured I'd just give a little bit more in-depth review in case I missed anything. So starting off at the hands, the knife hands are strapped to the actual hands by a magnet right here, and so the magnet's hot glued, super glued, and taped on top of the hand part, and then there's a little magnet here, and then there's some elastic here. So what I do is, this is the wrong hand, but I just kind of slide my hand in there and get the glove. I'll do it on this one because I'm pretty sure they're the same magnet way. It's really hard to do with one hand, but there we go, basically. And then that magnet and that magnet, they line up just like that, and then it doesn't move very much when it's in the right position. And actually, I think these magnets are opposite polarity, so it can't go the right way. It'll repel itself, and that's why it's not working right. So that's how the hands work. I didn't show you it up close properly, but you get the gist of it. It's a magnet, elastic, and then there's elastic in the fingers on the back sides, and you can see it there, and then they connect to a hand with hot glue up there. And my hot glue gun is super weak, and so eventually I think I'll have to redo the fingers because of how weak the fingers are. But that's an overview of the hands. That one goes with that one, that one goes with that one. And see, I don't know if you heard that clicking, but these magnets are so good. So there's the hands. The arms, they don't have any strapping together. I think I'm gonna add these keychains eventually that'll make it easier to take them on and off by myself, because I'll just have this keychain glued up in either the shoulder or the chest, and then after I pull on the chest, I'll just clip this part of the magnet down onto a clip that's over on that side, and then it'll just all like retract onto me, and it'd be super cool. So I think I'm gonna try that next time I suit up. But so yeah, no strapping on the arms or anything, but let's see if I can do this without the whole bust falling over. But for the shoulders, there's little popsicle sticks that hold this at the right angle, because when I printed it, it just like laid on top of there, and so now it's the right angle and it looks way better. And so that's how that third shell is on the middle shell. But then for these two shells, it's just super glued right on top of each other. So that's how the shoulders are. This popsicle stick method works so good because when you hold it far, the popsicle sticks are still there, but they hide in the shadows and you can't see them at all until you, and my Iron Man suit's never gonna be at this angle or like tilting my arm up that much so that you can see the popsicle sticks. So it's pretty perfect. And then the chest plate, okay, I know I haven't explained the strapping on the chest plate yet, so it'll be good to explain that. But Fuzzy shoveled it for me, and there's 2 buckles there, and then there's 2 buckles down in there. Oh, they're right there. You can't see them, and you can't see them on the inside either right now. So that's how well they're hidden, which is a good thing. So those buckles strap together first from the chest plate to the back plate, and then there's more buckles up here. And so you clip those 2 together, down there, and then you put those two together. It works really well. And then for the neck, there's a band of elastic that goes around, and we haven't figured out how to do the elastic on the back plate of the neck because it's just super inconvenient anyway. But that's the way that we have it right now. This neck is super shiny, even though there's a lot of layer lines. But and then it's the same with the shoulders on the other side, obviously, with the popsicle sticks. And then the abs, I already showed you those, and showed me working on them a few weeks ago. So I'm gonna go into the other room where I'm keeping the legs, and I'll show you how I did the legs. Here's just a little video to show like all the helmets that I've made over on Instagram while I was taking a break from YouTube. And so we have the Starkiller helmet and the Shredder helmet that I made, both of these like about a year ago, almost exactly. And then the Red Hood helmet, I've had that one made for probably like a year and a half probably. Then the Blue Beetle helmet, same as that one, like a year and a half. And then that one's a really old helmet. This one's still in the works, my Deadpool helmet. This Venom helmet is about as old as those two, like a year and a half old. This one's almost 2 years old, I think. I can't remember that one. I think it's about the same as these two, where it's like about a year and a half old, I think. My friend Fuzzy Shovel made that one for me a few years ago. And then my friend on Instagram, Quest for Nostalgia, he made me that helmet, the yellow Power Ranger. And then down there, that Wolverine helmet, that one's about a year old. And then Moon Knight, that one's like 2 or 3 years old. And then the Black Panther one's pretty old. And then the Star-Lord helmet is the first helmet I ever made. But then looking over here, this helmet's still in the works. It's a Batman helmet. Star Boost helmet has been done for a while, probably like 2 or 3 years. The Red Hood helmet was one of my first helmets, so that's been done for a really long time. The Miles Morales Black Panther helmet's been done for probably like a year and a half. The Magneto helmet, like a year and a half. And then I'm still working on this Tron disc. And then those Puss in Boots Death Blades have been done for a while. The Drax knives have been done for like 2 years. The Wolverine claws are still a work in progress. But then the Mandalorian helmet's a really old helmet. That one's been done for like 2.5 years. That one's like a year old. And then that one's been done for a really long time. So that's just kind of an overview of all the props I've made for the past few years while I wasn't on YouTube that you can go check out over on my Instagram. Some of them are really, really good. As you can tell from the upgrading quality since some of my last YouTube videos, my painting process has gotten so much better. Like, you can kind of see the camera. Well, I don't know. Some of these helmets are really shiny in person. Like there you can see my hand reflection. And then some of these have textured prints. And so these, like, it has layer lines and stuff, but the texture hides it. So if you want to go see more of these helmets, just go check out my Instagram. They're all posted over there. So okay, so that's gonna be it for today's video. Now that we've got the whole Iron Man suit build wrapped up for the most part, I'm still gonna like add some electronics in the hands and make a new Iron Man helmet like I'll talk about in the very last video clip. But for the most part, this build's done, and I'm so happy with it because I built it in pretty much record time, like I said, and while the results do speak for themselves, I'm still like so glad that it's done and it looks great in my room and everything. So make sure to like and subscribe and share the video with your friends, and comment down below what you think seeing the final photos and not just the photos from the thumbnail or something. So make sure to leave a comment what you thought of the video, how I can improve. I'm always loving when people leave suggestions for what I should add to the videos and stuff. So make sure to also follow me on Instagram. I post a lot of photos on Instagram, and then YouTube's just build tutorials and stuff like that. So thanks for watching. You got one more video clip that I'm going to talk about what's coming up next, but thanks for watching this video. Okay, so before the video actually ends, I figured I'd do a little bit of a plug for the next video because it's not going to be Iron Man related, but there will be another Iron Man related video up eventually with building a new Mark 30 helmet. This is obviously still the old one because it's super like busted and broken up. You can see right there, there's the crack from the helmet and the crack from the crack from the con. This helmet's still all busted up, and so eventually we'll make a new one and we'll have that video up. But for the meantime, one of the next videos is going to be this Dr. Doom build video for the helmet. And so this file's just from Thingiverse. I'm not going to go too into detail right now, obviously, but or the next build video is going to be this broken Captain America shield. This was a print fail of like my first attempt to do it, and so this shield will be like, it'll go up like this and then curve back down, and then that'll just be one half of it. So it'll curve up and go like that on the other side too. So we'll have the Dr. Doom build video up soon, and then we'll do the Captain America shield video up right after that, I think. So I'm about to start printing another try at this first piece of the Captain America shield, and then I'm going to start sanding this Dr. Doom helmet so that I can get more videos hopefully coming out every weekend. So peace out.